edition. I'm Larry Ordonez. Thank you for joining us, everyone, live on air by way of KNDI Radio and live online by way of Facebook. Very shortly, say in about 7 minutes, we'll have our special feature of Filipino Radio Monday edition, and that's the FILCOM Cares radio program hosted by Dr. Agnes Respicio Malate and Miss Clemen Montero. They come here at our radio station each Monday, 12:15 until 12:30. Brought to you by our dear friends from Hawaii Public Institute, from the Filipino Community Center, Ethnic Education Hawaii, and of course, FILCOM Cares. I'm Larry Ordonez. Right now, we'd like to feature in our program a 13-year-old singer from Dumarait, Balingasag, Misamis Oriental. She is a division-level champion of the Department of Education Likhaawit Inter-School Singing Competition. She is also a qualifier to the European Talent Festival. She is an 8th grader over in the Philippines. Her name is Trixie Rayuso, and we'd like to say big mahalo, thank you to Pax Chavez and our dear friend Tessie Blossom out of San Francisco, California, for referring Trixie Rayuso in our program. We'd like to play her song that she had sent over to us for all of us to enjoy. And here she is, Trixie Rayuso out of Misamis Oriental.
Yesterday, when I was young, the taste of life was sweet as rain upon my tongue. I tease life as if it were a foolish game, the way the evening breeze may tease a candle flame. The thousand dreams I dreamed, the splendid things I planned, I'd always feel jealous on weekly shifting sun. I leave the night and shine the naked light of day, and only now I see how the years run away. Yesterday, when I was young, so many lovely songs were waiting to be sung. So many wayward pleasures lay in store for me, and so much pain my dazzled eyes refuse to see. I run too fast in time, and youth lands ran out. I never stopped to think what life was all about, and every conversation I can now recall concerned itself with me and nothing else at all. Yesterday, the moon was blue, and every crazy day brought something new to do. I used my magic age as if it were a wand, and never saw the waste and emptiness beyond. The game of love I played with arrogance and pride, and never played my lips too quickly died. Friends I've never seen somehow to drift away, and only now I'm left on stage to end the play. There are so many songs in me that won't be sung. I feel the bitter taste of tears upon my tongue. The time must come for me to pay for yesterday, when I was young.
Wow, beautiful singing. That's Trixie Rayuso, who is 13 years young, and she hails from Misamis Oriental over in the Philippines. And once again, we'd like to say big mahalo to our dear friend Pax Chavez, and Tessie Blossom, one of our program directors on Filipino radio, for referring Trixie into our program. And at the end of our special feature program, FILCOM Cares Radio, hosted by Dr. Agnes Malate and Clemen Montero, we will be featuring a 12-year-old singer from Misamis Oriental. The young lady who sang a little while ago is Trixie Rayuso, 13 years young, eighth grader at the high school department of St. Peter's College over in Misamis Oriental, consistent honor student. And hey, keep up the good work, Trixie. She hopes to become a professional music artist, and rightfully so. Okay, so we will be right back, everyone, with Dr. Agnes Malate and Clemen Montero right after these messages.
Aloha, we are FILCOM Cares. This is Clemen Montero.
And Agnes Malate inviting you to join us Mondays 12:15 to 12:30 p.m.
Here on KNDI 1270 AM radio. Learn facts about COVID-19.
Remember, tune in every Monday.
You are listening to KNDI 1270 AM in Honolulu, Hawaii. The voices from around the world. And it is now 15 minutes after the hour. Up next, FILCOM Cares radio program hosted by Dr. Agnes Malate and Miss Clemen Montero that is each Monday 12:15 until 12:30. And for those of you who may be watching us from Pinas, well, it is Tuesday 6:15 there. 6:15 a.m. And this program is brought to you by the Hawaii Public Health Institute, the Filipino Community Center, Ethnic Education Hawaii, FILCOM Cares project, and it is funded by the State of Hawaii Department of Health. Let's now go to our Zoom room and chat with our program hosts, Dr. Agnes Malate and Clemen Montero. Hello!
Hello, thanks, Larry. Aloha! Good afternoon to those of you in Hawaii and ang mga bigat yo amin no agdendeng kayo nga diyan ka po kayo diyan Pilipinas. Ada kami manin itoy siyak ni Agnes Malate and they gayem ko and colleague ko ket ni Clemen Montero. Hello, Clemen.
Hello, Filipino Radio, KNDI 1270 AM, and Facebook Live for watchers for both Sir Larry and FILCOM Cares also. Thank you for having us again.
And today is quite a remarkable day. I want to share nga ite Sabado na vaccinate kami ti 45 kan ada 177 nga imay nga nag COVID test man. Amo nasabi nga portete data Clem. Ito nga aldaw kat masapul tayo dete mandate nga kunada masapul tayo te vaccination card tayo nga ipakita tayo no mapantayo dagiti restaurante kan dete state buildings and dumaduma pa nga businesses di nga min
When masapul tayo nga ipakita dagitoy card tayo, kung meron po kayong card at linitrato ninyo yung front at saka back. Sometimes hindi kailangan ng back pero yung harapan pwede po ninyong ipakita ito sa telepono. So let's say no awan dayjay card da kanyada mabalin nga adda dayjay litrato mabalin nga usarenda dayta. Ken masapul da daytoy no oray sa dinno ti papananda nang runa ijay state offices, so you can remain inside. You have to have that, and I believe restaurants, right, Dr.
Right.
Agnes, when uray ijay restaurants ijay uneg ti airport. Can you tell us more about that one, Dr. Agnes?
yes kaputa dagiti airport no mapang kayo dagiti piloto dagiti flight attendants dagiti trabahador ita airport masapo nga na vaccinate ta amin kuno sumsumra kayo ijay restaurante kun ijay bars talagang masapo yung nga ipakita original uno te photo dete vaccine card
So nga
Idi
naka-ado dagiti imay, so many of them came to get tested. Altogether, it was about 240 people around there. Some were doing the J-line testing and others were doing vaccinations, and a good few were actually doing both. So after they took their testing, napanday imay da ijay kanyami ijay vaccination. So aduda. And a lot of them were already saying that they can't go back to their work unless adda DJ Carda. So ado dagiti imay and they were expressing the need. Amom itatalae nga nakita ka nakaad-ado dagiti imay nga nagsapol iti Johnson and Johnson because one shot deal nga kunada. So it was very helpful that we had some with us, but there was a good number for Pfizer and a few second doses for Moderna idi Sabado.
well, same here with me, Clem. I was surprised too, but you're right. No,
Yeah.
mapasakimasan di ka mabalinin, clear na na kwan. So, lagi pa nyo dagita, masapol yun dagito cardio, vaccine cardio nga, ipakita yun no kwa. And this is a way, going back again, we're talking about this, but this is really to stem the COVID cases and to protect our community. At dapat kung kunadan, the best, the gite, ububing awan pay taon na nga 12 years old, di da pay maka-vaccinate, yeah? So the best way to protect our youth is actually to surround them with people who are vaccinated. So, laglakipan tayo data, no, vaccinate tayo, hanlang da tayo, nagite ubing, kan nagite gagayam, kan kakabagyan, can our co-workers too. So we have to remember, we remember that. So any state establishment, we make sure that you have that. If you're just dropping off something, a delivery, say for example, you also go to the schools and you have to deliver something. Those who are delivering something are allowed only 10 minutes. So you have to time yourself, no kwa. 10 minutes lang, no, one vaccination card mo, no, that they proof mo nga negative ka, you only have that short amount of time. So the better way to
Also,
do
they
it is
at least they will still allow them limited time.
when
Okay.
dagiti ag delivery. Dagiti delivery.
Best to have that card when.
So may I interject, ladies? The takeaway for today, September 13, Monday, is there is a mandate from the state and there's a mandate from the city and county of Honolulu that requires every person who enters into a state establishment or city establishment, restaurants, gyms, there's a list of places that requires you to present your vaccination card. And if you do not have it,
Exactly.
present a picture of it.
Yes.
And then
Or,
the other part is for people who are working at these places, they are required to have been
Yes.
vaccinated
Exactly.
or present an exemption why they were not vaccinated, like religious beliefs and medical condition. Is that right?
Yes, that's good that you bring that up, Manong, in terms of there are some exemptions for those who have legitimate medical reasons and for religious purposes. So those would be handled on a case-by-case basis. So
What they could do for those people are to get tested and they have to show a negative test. They don't have to have the vaccination if it's against what they believe in, or unfortunately, they cannot have the vaccine because there are some people patesda at Dagos, and then they carry with them their negative test, negative result.
yes. But if you're not vaccinated yet, remember you have to do it weekly. So it's not good forever. It's not good for the month. You have to do it weekly now.
So
You know what,
that
our
goes for an employee of the city, the state, these establishments like restaurants. If you are an employee, every week you must present a COVID test negative result.
Yes, if you are not vaccinated.
Yes, if you're not
When not.
vaccinated.
So idi Sabado, when we were doing our testing and vaccinating, we had several people from the fire department and others who came. And they were talking to us and letting us know that even for them, even if they're vaccinated already, they still have to do their testing every week. So once a week they will have their testing, and usually they do it on Mondays just to keep them safe and then keep the people safe also where they need to go, because they're all over. So we were thankful that they were also there to back us up, especially at the observatory tent. Observation
Observation.
tent. Observation tent, not observatory, observation tent. So they were really, really helpful in that case. So
Speaking of that, Clem, I just want to give a shout out. Nagite timulong ito yung Saturday, ito opisina ni Council Member Radiant Cordero. She and
Dr.
her
Hazel
partner.
Abinsay also.
Okay, Dr. Hazel
Yeah.
Abinsay.
You're right. Sorry to cut you off, but Radiant Cordero has a really good staff. They were running all over the place, just to get things set.
Yes, and it was actually, Dr. Hazel Abinsay who planted the idea, because she said, "Adulti physicians need to kalihi kayat dakumang, instill some trust and confidence in the patients that they see on Saturdays." Ngam awan kami ko mga ada pangi-refer mi kadakwada nga papananda ag vaccinate. Iso kasto iti pinakarugi dito yung project tayo. And then thank you to also registered nurse Ed Castro and the medics with the Army. Thank you to Mr. Benjamin Soy for reaching out to them, and they came to the rescue. We had more than we expected. So Sergeant Valdres, thank you for recruiting all the medics. Tsaka mo nagdingdingagdangam baka adama kamo kadakwada isong ipadamat
Ibagatalata dagiti nagnagan dawen ang paiso. And so para kanya tayo met, para daytoy projecta, adda dua nga umay nga vaccination dates para kanyata. May sakit Our Lady of Perpetual Help, Pfizer, dayta nga aldaw, into no Sunday, September 19. May nga oras lang ijay, 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. They're located behind the church. So di kayo unay nga agununi ijay, numapan kayo ta adda misa. No, labasan nyo dayjay misa. But it's Sunday, September 19. Into no Sumarino is Filipino Community Center, Thursday, September 30. September 30. Dayta ket alas 9 agingana, alauna iti Malem. And I believe dapay may nga COVID testing and COVID vaccination tayo manen ijay Farrington High School into October 2, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. again. So just a note for the people who are arriving, dagiti dumaket imayda at like 5 minutes or 10 minutes before we close. And so you need to be there early so that you can be properly processed, because you still have forms to fill out and all those other things. I think the good thing about this weekend, Dr. Agnes, was that there were so many that we actually ran out of vaccines. So they had to go run out, the nurses, and then get more vaccines. And so I consider that as positive, in a good way, positive.
Yes, we were expecting more than who actually came. And I almost forgot, nandun nalipatak nga ado dagiti estudyante mo ti
Farrington High School, go Governors! Go
I know.
Governors!
Kung dagiti junior ROTC, dagiti cadets, talaga, timulong da, kundete Honolulu Fire Department, kundete HPD PI, so ado da nga timulong, and thank you to Farrington High School, of course, your alma mater, Clem.
It's not yours, huh? It was my alma mater. Go maroon and white, go Govs. Agyaman kami, nagadudag iti estudyante, and I was not surprised because I know the Farrington Govs, but they're always willing and able, and they provide, I think, at least 40 people, 40 students.
50, Clem.
50.
Right.
Good job.
And then, so we had about 85 volunteers.
Nice.
I kung
Kaya kami na dayjay nga area, so.
So the day the COVID testing me, walk up can drive through, and then the vaccination that they walk up. So into October 2nd, adan tumanin. But I also wanna remind everybody no the teenagers nga imay awante for mga na fill up na gite parents da when the guardians da. So just to remind everyone that if you're underage, make sure that for the parents and the families fill up nyo dagiti form basta po yung ag-sign kayo kun kadwan nyo mat ida no mabalin agam no ita eskwela dete yan minto mabalimot nga tipi may anda ket tinawagan na dagiti parents dagiti ubing adda dete forma nga na fill up man dete papel nga na fill up and so I was just encouraged that the students are paying attention. And some just even walk all the way from the other side of the freeway and taluda ubingda. Unfortunately, like you said, Clem, it was after already we had closed. We did take their names. So the kayong agdingdengeg ready vaccinate me dagiti 12 and older. So padamagyo kadagiti amuyo tang may danto iti Pfizer ket mabalina para dagiti uping. Ngem masapot ti permiso dagiti naganak.
1-808-300-5548. Daytanto ti numero nga awagan nyo for any questions at any time. 1-808-300-5548. Angem saan nga ititing nga tirabiita kakaasimet tayo sumungbat.
di na pa siguro sumbatan.
If that's the case, mabalindamet nga agbati ti message. Yeah, you can
All
leave a
right.
message.
Thank you once again, Clemen and Dr. Agnes Malate, for joining us here on KNDI Radio. The number to remember in case you need to ask questions, ti telepono nga nasayat nga panunutin nyo, kit 1-808-300-5548.
48.
48.
48.
Okay.
Number to remember. Kaya ka data.
Thank you once again, Dr.
Nagyaman
Agnes
kami.
and Clemen. Have a wonderful day. Make it
Agyaman
count.
kami. Have a
Okay.
good week. Aloha.
All right. Aloha to both of you. And we will leave the Zoom room right now, continue with our program. And when we come back, we'll bring you a 12-year-old singer all the way from Misamis Oriental. And also to remind all of you that FILCOM Cares radio program is funded by the State of Hawaii Department of Health and brought to you by Hawaii Public Health Institute, the Filipino Community Center, the Ethnic Education Hawaii, and FILCOM Cares. Once again, thank you to Dr. Agnes Respicio Malate and Clemen Montero for joining us right here on KNDI's Filipino Radio Monday edition. I'm Larry Ordonez. Be right back.
You are listening to KNDI 1270 AM in Honolulu, Hawaii. The voices from around the world.
We are very proud to present in our program this 12-year-old singer from Misamis Oriental. Her name is Queenie Rosell from Kasulog, Salay, Misamis Oriental. She's a division-level champion of the Department of Education Likha Awit Inter-School Singing Competition. She is also a qualifier to the World Championship of Performing Arts. 8th grader at Salay National High School and consistent honor student. Also want to become a recording music artist. We'd like to say thank you to Tessie Blossom for referring us to Queenie Rosell out of Misamis Oriental, and also to their mentor, that's Pax Chavez over in Misamis Oriental. Right now, we'd like to present to you, this is Princess Queenie Rosell here on KNDI's Filipino Radio Monday edition. I'm Larry Ordonez, 33 minutes after the hour. Thanks for joining us live on air, live online.
Should we stay or should we say goodbye? Walk away or give it one more try? What a waste to let our dreams just fly. And as the days go by, we'll always wonder why. Are we glad to find one day we're free? Is this what we really want to be? Brand new lives we need to have so much. It really is quite tough when love is not enough. Tell me, why did we find each other only to part ways in the end? Tell me how we learned to love each other, and tell me why so people have to change. Was it pride that made us drift away? To words we should not even say. Hold my hand and look straight in my eyes. If we can say goodbye, and we're worth one more try. Tell me, why did we find each other only to part ways in the end? Tell me how we learned to love each other, and tell me why two people have to change. Was it pride that made us drift away? Hurting words we should not even say. Hold my hand and look straight in my eyes. If we can say goodbye, and we're worth one more try.
Wonderful. Great singer. That's Princess Queenie Roselle out of Misamis Oriental, singing right here on KNDI's Filipino Radio Monday edition. I'm Larry Ordonez. Best wishes and best of luck to her on her quest to be a recording music artist. Irene Oikawa says, very good voice. Yes, agree. Elda Molina Canlas, hello there. That's my niece watching us all the way in the Middle East, I believe. Tessie Blossom, big mahalo, Tessie, for referring to us, Queenie Roselle, and of course, Trixie Rayuso. Coming up, and we want to feature one more song before we go back live on air only, is Angela Sampan. Her rendition of the song Moon River. Let me just say hello to some of our dear friends watching. Tessie Blossom says, more songs, Sir Larry. Yeah, you read my mind. Irene Oikawa, who is over in Japan, says, Tessie Blossom, hi ma'am, miss you too. Rome's Orerbo, originally from Vigan City in the Philippines, now over in Italy, watching our program. Of course, he is also a great guitar player and singer. That's Rome's Orerbo. By the way, if you ever want to follow Princess Queenie Roselle, they do have their live streaming singing songs from the Philippines. So follow them online, Trixie Rayuso and Princess Queenie Rosell. Have to memorize their names. But also have been virtual guests in our Filipino radio program here on KNDI. Let's see. John Gavula says, wow, galing naman niya, bata pa pero may emotion sa pagkanta. Keep it up. That is very, very true, John. And John is also a great singer. So when you listen and watch Queenie, lots of emotions into the words of the song. You become a part of the song. So thank you once again to Pax Chavez, their mentor over in the Philippines. And let's see who else we have here. Irene Oikawa, good morning, Sir Larry, watching from Japan. Let's see, Norma Montero. Hello, Mrs. Montero. Wow, young, beautiful singer. Good luck for future success. Yeah. And wow, ang gagaling naman kumanta mga bata. Bravissima. That's Rose Herrero, who's over in Italy. Let's see who else. Ang galing talaga itong batang ito. Handa na siyang maging recording artist at this young age. That's out of San Francisco, Tessie Blossom. Nice voice, keep it up. That's Elda Molina. And Dominga de la Cruz also watching our program. Pasensya na lang if I cannot read everything here, okay? There's many of you. I do live stream too on YouTube, Uncle. That's Elda Molina Canias. Who is originally from San Esteban, Ilocos Sur in the Philippines. I hope you can visit my channel next time. I'll make it a point to do it. Yep. Let's see what else we have here. Up next, let's go ahead and bring out this 12-year-old young lady who's also a singer. We decided to feature our young talents in our program today. 12 years old, 13 years old. This is Angela Sanpan, who lives in Talisay, Gingoog City. And she's a division level champion of the Department of Education's Likha Awit Inter-School Singing Competition. She's also a qualifier to the European Talent Festival. She is 7th grader at Talisay National High School and an honor student. She wants to become a professional music artist. All right, stand by because she's great. And here, by the way, she also does online streaming. So follow her online. Her name, Angela Sampan. Her rendition of Moon River right here on KNDI's Filipino Radio. I'm Larry Ordonez. Thanks for joining us.
I'm crossing you instead someday. Dream
wonderful singer, Angela Sampan out of Misamis Oriental in the Philippines, singing the song Moon River, qualifier to the European Talent Festival, seventh grader at Talisay National High School. So you had a chance to watch and listen to how they sing. That's Princess Queenie, Roselle, that's Angela Sampan, and Trixie Rayoso. Once again, big mahalo to our dear friends, Pax Chavez, and most especially to Tessie Blossom out of San Francisco, California, for referring us to these beautiful and very talented young artists from the Philippines. Who's next? Well, stay with us and join us again next Monday, 12:15 until 12:30. So we do place some of our talents at the beginning of FILCOM Cares radio program, at the end of FILCOM Cares radio program, and then one or two more. We'll see who will be appearing next time we have our program. It's Monday here in Honolulu, Hawaii, and for those of you who are over in the Philippines, it's Tuesday. So you can count on it, 6:15 on a Tuesday over in Pinas. You'll get a chance to watch some of our talented friends from all over the world. And I'll be waiting for our dear friend. Kumusta ba ang camera natin dito? Yan, okay. I will be expecting our dear friend Tessie Blossom to refer us more talented friends, singers from all over the world. And I noticed that our dear friend Deslave out of Makati City, Philippines is also watching our program. Thank you. Norma Montero says, one way of saying we Filipinos are smart for having young, smart singers. Oh, yes. DJ MK Eden Villacampa says, good evening to you, Sir Larry Ordonez. Good evening to you, too. Tessie Blossom says, okay po, in search mode. Wow. See, that's one thing about Tessie Blossom. She's willing to put the time to refer and scout for talented friends who love to sing and want to share their singing performances because she feels good about doing it. And watch out, I'm hoping that one day I can talk to Tessie Blossom online and live by way of Facebook or by way of YouTube. And maybe she can tell us about Promising Stars International. They are having a competition right now, and the winners, top 5, and there are many singers from all over the world who had joined the competition. There are some cash prizes, and Filipino Radio will have a chance to spotlight many of the song artists, at least the top 5. John Real Basinam Baroyo, also watching our program. Edna Molina Canillas say, stay safe, Uncle. And you too, everyone, stay safe. We will be right back. I will be turning off my streaming. I'll go back to our regular programming on air. I'm Larry Ordonez. Take care, stay safe. Aloha, and make your day count.
You are listening to KNDI 1270 AM in Honolulu, Hawaii. The voices from around the world.